My magical little minis. I just needed to say that. It popped in. Anyhow, it's Mama Alia. It's a wonderful Sunday early afternoon where I'm at, and I hope your day is going well. Mine is having a nice little moseying type of start, and just getting stuff done. I refreshed my altar offerings. I'm feeling pretty good. 33. Woohoo! Mastery. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're just coming in. We're opening up the live. I've got some stuff to do today, but I wanted to, offer up a little free reading session with you guys. You guys get to come in also while I am about to do my little smudging practice that I do during my meditation and prayer session. So I did my prayer. I meditated a little bit, but I am just too excited. I'm very excited. Things are I'm pretty optimistic about how things are going right now. I'm crazy about all of the potentials that are opening up. And, I'm feeling extra in the mood to give thanks and to show my love and appreciation for spirit in this journey. And that's why I'm coming on here for the reading to share that energy with you and, you know, um, yeah, do a reading with you guys. Let's do a little smudge. We're cleansing energetically, at least, the space here. I get my crown. I go all around. I understand if you don't want to use white sage. There are so many different kinds of herbs that one can use. You can use rosemary, you can use lavender, you can use mugwort, or, and so that's awesome. I've also got a mugwort smudge that I've been using. Is it mugwort or no? I don't think it's mugwort. I've got my window open. One of my windows is open so that way the sage smoke can release the negative vibes. The window, hello, you're coming in. We're just smudging, cleansing before we get started with our reading. I wanted to share this part of the process with you guys. Here you go. Have some mugwort. Woo-hoo. Mm-hmm. And like I was saying, hi, stray kids. I was just mentioning how I refreshed my altar offerings and stuff. I maintain sort of an altar for my ancestors and my spirit team. And, it's not required, but it's something that for me it helps give me a focal point, kind of you know, a representation of where I'm at spiritually and stuff. It's not, you know, here's some Palo Santo here for you guys. Yeah. When I use the Palo smoke, I go all the way around my physical body, as this is where my spiritual body is kind of encased and stuff, and it emanates from it. So I go around my feet and my shoulders, my root area, stuff. Not too much. All right. And usually, if the palo stays lit, I will let it just smolder for a while. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm feeling very tapped in today. I'm feeling very exuberant. I feel like there's really awesome potentials along the way for my own self, and I wanted to, out of this energy of gratitude and celebration, and also like not to count our eggs before they hatch, so approaching this time, this imminent field of possibilities with like humility, right? Whew. To pass through some messages for you guys. So before we get started, I brought all three of my oracle decks out, my main ones that I use, the Dark Mirror, the Moonology, and the Mystic Martian. I kind of want to use all three of those. And I was going to use the Spirit Tarot, but something just told me to use the Skyrim deck. Hold on, which I have back here. Yes. Quite. Okay. Yeah, so I just remembered I have this deck. We're going to use the Skyrim Tarot. I love this deck. It's so pretty. And yeah. So I think we're going to do a Celtic Cross today. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm going to drink some water, and then we're going to do our breath work together. Okay, we're going to cleanse our energy field. Hi, Easton. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for the thumbs up. If everybody, or you know, whoever feels called to could give this live a thumbs up, that I would greatly appreciate it. In any case, just popping in and tapping in with your energy, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. So now I'm seated. I'm ready. Hope you're ready too. Let's take a deep breath in from the bottom of your feet all the way up to your heart. Okay. Breathe in. And we hold it. Then release slowly through the mouth. Exhale all the way to the bottom. Next breath, we're going to breathe up a cord of energy from the center of the planet. Breathing up. Going through your legs, up your spine to your crown. And holding it there. And then release. The energy shoots out of the top of your crown. This is removing any other kind of energy blockages along your spinal column, shaking them loose, okay? Our next breath in, we're going to activate our source energy, okay? With our intention and awareness. So breathe in. Visualize source energy within, activating with your breath, and you are glowing with the light of the one. Filling your body with light. Holding and release. Now that light is extending in every single direction. Clearing any blockages, obstructions, distortions in your energy field, burning away, dissolving any negative stuff, okay? You can breathe normally if you wish to, or continue with some deep breaths. Know that you are in a safe space of protection and unconditional love, the highest frequencies of compassion, unity, and oh, I heard exaltation. Hey, girl, what's up? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi. Hi, Blue Dude. Hello. Thank you for saying hi. Okay, so yeah, we are in a good, very positive space right now. Here, have some selenite. That's just, I'm just ecstatic, okay? I want to see what messages come through for us today. All right. Thank you if you're just joining us. Also, by the way, inviting in our highest selves, any ancestors, guides, spiritual divine entities that we work with for our highest good, they are all called in. Call them in. If you're just joining us, you can tap into this high frequency energy by taking some deep breaths through your heart chakra. Okay. We are first going to draw from the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what comes through the Moonology deck. Messages for my people here. That's too many. Just one, please. Maybe two. We'll see. Because I'm drawing a lot of oracle cards today. Conclusions are within reach. The full moon eclipse. Da-da-da-dun. So eclipses are a time of great change and stuff. Things can be kind of unexpected or jarring. Full moons are a time of heightened emotion and intuition. Um, we're more sensitive in every way, emotionally, psychically. And it's also a time where we might be a little bit more prone to picking up on subliminal or subtle cues, of what's really going on underneath the surface of our experience. So let's see what this says. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak, or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. You know what, Blue Dude? Like, I am getting followers, new subscribers every time I do a live, and you're not going to change that. Goodbye. I'm going to put you in timeout for a day. Okay. Attuned to the moon, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Cede control and let events unfold. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Yep. Working with the darkness. And with that, I'm going to bring out the Dark Mirror Oracle. We cannot deny the shadow self. It must be illuminated. That's what the full moon power is for, and integrated. Okay? Phew. Let's see here what the dark mirror has to reveal to us. Ooh, 2 cards came out. Huh. So here's the 2 cards I got from the Dark Mirror Oracle. They both fell to the floor while I was shuffling the deck. So the first one that we have is the child I was meant to be. This one stayed in my hand almost. And this one, hiding your true self. Okay, so let's read 8 and 14 in the dark mirror. So I like the colors here too, the yellow and the purple. Those are like polarity colors. They're complementary and stuff, and they remind me of like the solar plexus here and the third eye / the crown chakra, right? So it's your personal power and it's your intuition. and psychic awareness, okay? There's also the white, which represents like the crown chakra, the blue that's representing the throat chakra, so your ability to express yourself, lucid dreaming capabilities, okay? Astral projection, and the crown is like your channeling and connection to source and spirit. And it's a full moon card. And here, this hiding your true self, it's a half moon. I think this one is a denial card, I'm not sure. We've got the red and stuff, so that's a hint that this is something that we might be doing out of a sense of survival, self-protection, self-preservation. Okay, so let's, and the two figures, you know, it's like a dualistic two minds about things kind of energy. This is the wrong booklet, honey. 8 and 14 from the Dark Mirror Oracle. The child I was meant to be. Moon phase full stage acceptance. That is again this card. Ta-da! Tones of lemon yellow and plum magenta, with castings of sky blue and bright morning white. The serene face of a woman with gentle gesture holds a small, growing plant made of dreams and new leaves. Sentence. To go forward is to go backwards, as hope heals the wounds of the past. Going dark. There is little darkness in this card. It is a card of connection with ourselves. So many times it feels like a dream. It's fleeting, uncertain, and yet clear. The moment you close your hand to grasp it, it turns into fairy light and disappears. But it remains as a lingering smell, an ephemeral feeling of light and peaches and blossoms. It is faith. It is hope. It is a warm smile at the other side of the forest of smoke and mirrors. We can be whole again. We can be pure again. We can be happy again. No matter what we did, we can. Just know this as a gift of light among the cruel darkness. It brings no road, sometimes no solace, but it can become a seed of hope, a wind of change, a place of safety in the storm. Even if it's gone, it was definitely here. This is a message that's kind of coming through myself. It's been coming through for a while in the last couple of readings with the owning of the shadow, you know, reckoning with it and applying forgiveness and healing to ourselves and other people in the past through our present moment and stuff, by bringing awareness to the things that may still kind of be resonating and reverberating in our present, like through our heart and what we're feeling like kind of bad about and stuff, or any type of way apprehensive. We can go into a state of stillness. We can allow those feelings and memories to resurface, and we can bring our present capacity of awareness and compassion to the situation in the past. And what it does is it helps us back then, even if we're not able to, if we remember that we weren't able to do it in that moment, it still brings us to the present where we're able to release it right now. Okay? Because time is an illusion. Okay, so that's kind of what one of the things that we've been talking about. It's been popping up in other readings as well. And it's here again, just reiterating itself. And the storm energy has been coming up from other readers too, where it's like, we're going to be safe, okay, by moving through in our highest capacity. And it can look different any day, all right? If you're in here and you want to say hi, come on and say hi. Hey! Hiding your true self. Hiding is keeping things inside. Lack of trust becomes a lack of hope. So there must be a limit. It's the third quarter moon phase, and the stage is acceptance. So we have two cards that are about acceptance, all right? Visual seed. In the dazzling light, there is a hint of a door, like the door to a Hammam. Outside, draped in scarlet tunics, stand two women, one under the sign of the sun and the other beneath the sign of the moon. And then the full moon eclipse too, that's like That has to do with the sun being on one side of the planet and the planet kind of casting its shadow on the moon. And so there you go, the sun and the moon. And their interaction creates the phenomenon we know as eclipse. In the dazzling light, there is a hint. Oh, I said that already. Sentence. You could be in front of the mirror, or you could hide behind the mirror, yet you chose to be the mirror. Going dark. Hiding is a survival instinct. Do you want to be honest and truly be yourself? Very few people will accept you then. You are too complicated to be comfortable, too contradictory to be easy, too exceptional to be believed, too plain to be considered. You can be the sun, you can be the moon, you can be the door, you can be the road, you can be the butterfly and the brick. Maybe the question is not if, but when. Sometimes real solitude is when there is not a right moment to be yourself, and not the right person, and neither the right way. Being yourself is like a moment at the spa. Whew. It is a massage for the soul, a purification process that brings in oxygen and turns away age and wear. It is bliss and pleasure. Awesome. Okay, so being the mirror, so we are reflecting stuff. It kind of can. You're not. In a state of reflection, you can observe things more closely. Being the reflector means I think that we're not going to be reacting or maybe not even initiating with others and stuff, but kind of we let them see, and then we are also being shown like someone else's nature, other aspects of their nature or of our nature through their actions, through their reactions. Okay, you can see what people's hang-ups are, their quirks, their flaws and stuff by how they respond to certain things and stuff. And you don't have to take any of it personally. You don't have to make judgments on it. You can just say, you know, you can just observe it, and then soon things start to become more clear about what that is. Hiding is a survival instinct. So that's what I was just saying. There we go. Sometimes we feel like a need to be in that state of like survival 23, but then like a lack of trust is a lack of hope, just like they were saying. So there's a time for it, to isolate, to hide. There's absolutely a time to come out of it and to be in your full self and to, you know, be bold in your expression. You don't have to be in your face about anything. You don't have to tear others down to do that. You just have to be consistent with your character and with who you are and your expression. I just feel the need to like blow out some energy. Okay. Let's see here. Got the Mystic Martian Oracle. This is our final Oracle card that we're going to draw. Let's see what the aliens have to say. I like this deck. It's fun to use. Okay, Mystic Martian Oracle. Yeah. Come on. And then the way it comes out gives us more information too. Okay. I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm not going to necessarily count it because I like when they kind of fly out and stuff. There. All right. Okay, the first card that kind of just came into my hand is the Tall Grays. Number 10, which I was just watching another reader and we were talking about the number 10 being about completion, perfection, etc., etc. It represents like the culmination of a cycle and a new beginning also because it reduces down to the 1. Okay? So like Wheel of Fortune energy. Let me see here. This meaning has on the card utilitarian, organized, intimidating, right? On this little panel here, it came out upright. It did not show up upside down in my hand. Order, utilitarian, organized, rigid, uniformity, militant, obedience, intimidating, structure, non-approachable. Sometimes that's like that hiding thing too. We're afraid to stick out because not only can we be not accepted, but we might even be persecuted. Like, that's kind of that can be dangerous. Most agree the tall grays come from Zeta Reticuli star system in the Orion constellation, though some have made suggestions they may have come from the Andromedan galaxy, which is even further away. Others speculate they could be a future evolution of the human race returning here, or an alien race from the future that has traveled back in time. See what I'm talking about with the time travel here? Aspects of yourself that are coming back to you now and to then, okay? You in the present can go back to times in the past, right? And there's future aspects of yourself that come in to your present because it's their past, and they're sending insights, they're sending information, they're sending forgiveness, they're sending healing, they're sending illumination, okay? They're giving it's you coming back to you. Okay. Awkward bodily movements. Okay. Let me see here. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that would be kind of. They are telepathic, psychic, and have an intimidating presence. The tall grays operate and function in a utility hive mind, a Borg-like culture, if you're aware of the Borg, where individual thought is near non-existent. So that's, a hive mind. We're all of the civilizations, all of the beings. Hi, thank you. Are okay, for my own beliefs, like we're all connected through our consciousness. All consciousness is our one consciousness that has like unlimited, infinite refractions. It's so and then each type of being that there is has its own collective consciousness as well. And each type of faction of philosophies and cultures and religions within and schools of thought within each type of being is its own little collective as well. So there's collectives within collectives within collectives and stuff. So we are kind of a hive mind anyway and stuff. It just depends on what collective it is that you're trying to tap in with. The one that they are acting out is this one that has a function of kind of, I guess, homogenizing, right? And there can be positive aspects if we're taking it out of like the thing with the Borg where they're going for dominance and they believe in their superiority. That's messed up. Okay, if we're trying to go for a more unitarian thing where we can all have our individuality and yet there is a kind of unity in the acceptance of our divinity and stuff like that. Hold on. I'm busy right now. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, sorry about that. I don't speak Russian, I only speak English, sorry. And Anyway, so that's like with the tall grays we're getting into. We're trying not. Also, by the way, when you're coming into your powers and you're especially with discernment and you're maintaining your boundaries and stuff like that, which by the way can also be a way of hiding, okay? Understanding, you know, what helps you stay safe and or consistent in your character and stuff, and um, the thin line between having like certain parameters and things like that and building up walls that nobody can get through. Okay, anyways, when you start like raising your standards and your expectations for how you're going to be allowing yourself to be treated and stuff like that, that can be very intimidating to other people and stuff. Or they're going to start like um, being resentful towards you for not accepting less. Okay. And yeah, so that's fine too. You don't need to be a part of that board. Okay. 6. This is the other card that came out. Arcturians, okay? Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. Alrighty? The Arcturians are from the Boots constellation, 36.7 light years away. They are a fifth and higher dimensional civilization and are the most advanced ETs of our Milky Way galaxy. Non polarized, and they anchor in conscious awareness of radiant love and healing compassion. Wow. They find the third dimensional space and time a harsh space to experience true. However, they have the capacity to exchange lower third dimensional frequencies by alchemically transmuting them into higher frequencies for a period of time. This is what we're mastering down here. Not all of us might, resonate with like starseed belief systems and all of that stuff. But what they're expressing here with this oracle card and the energy of the Arcturians is that we have the ability through our higher dimensional perspective to transmute and transform denser energies into that spiritual gold, okay? Into clarity, into wisdom, into compassion, okay? We have that ability. So that's what we want to focus in on. Okay? Arcturians operate within the advanced violet bandwidth of frequencies, violet, which assists them to remain peaceful and connected to all. Without this loving frequency, it is not possible to enter fifth dimensional portals. Okay? They are a gentle, private, and quiet race overall, and are amazing time travelers. Okay, mentioning again the time travel. Okay, of the universe with the finest starships and state-of-the-art crystal-driven technology. The time crystals. The time crystals. Okay, yeah, so we're time traveling, okay? When we're going back into the past through our awareness and we're applying that forgiveness, that is what we're doing. We are transmuting energies, okay? When we are opening up in our present to higher frequencies, that could even be our future self coming back to us in our present moment to help release us from whatever we're going through in the present that is their past. Okay? Arcturians, okay, they operate and navigate their ships purely through auras and consciousness energy. Consciousness is all one. You can jump from consciousness to consciousness with when you get to a certain level of ability. And maybe not everybody has that ability. I personally believe we can do all of the things. It just depends on what you open up to and what you practice. Arcturians vary in size, some tall, others very small. Okay. They have profound telekinesis and no sicknesses at all. They have extensive wisdom and cosmic knowledge. The Arcturians were historically responsible for assisting the Pleiadians into ascended awareness during their collective consciousness shifts. The crop circles' elaborate sacred geometry designs are usually the work of Arcturian frequency technology. So it's like you leave an imprint too with your high frequency energy. All right? Whether or not anybody realizes it was you. You leave an impact, you leave a mark, whether it's seen or not. Arcturians choose to terminate their physical life through agreed contracts, where the highest development of their advanced species is well-being, at around the age of 400 Earth years. So card meaning for this card is Wisdom Keepers, feeling safe, concern, coherence, prudent, emotional intelligence. Prudence was coming up too. So it's not about being prude and closed off and stuff. It's about kind of understanding your worth and not just dispensing it all of your energy super freely all the time. You know, just being prudent. Also not, it's about like reserving judgment too. Okay. Deep, quiet achiever, trial and error, listening, sensible, soul searching, reserved, confidant and friend, mentor, insightful, rational, conscientious. All right. So those were our oracle messages. We got the conclusions are within reach with the full moon eclipse, doors shutting, things transforming, okay? Big cycles ending and or approaching, okay? We're not hiding our real self. We're not allowing ourselves to be intimidated by others, okay? And those who are intimidated can get out of the way, okay? Let them take themselves out of the picture, okay? It's like good riddance, okay? Let's see here. Let me move my boxes out of the way so I can have some room to throw some Skyrim cards. We're playing with the Skyrim deck. I was going to use my spirit deck, but then I remembered I have this awesome Skyrim deck that I want to use. So, we're doing it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm very happy today, you guys. You don't even know. Okay, it's 1:06. I need to be getting going soon. All right, so I'm going to try. It's an oracle, a Celtic cross, so it's going to take a while, but I'm going to try and make it go quick. But I don't want to shortchange you guys either, so we're just going to try and be balanced with it. Oh, it's been a minute since we used this. All right. Go ahead and blow on the deck, you guys. I've got the booklet for it too. We've got it all right here. Oh, it's got stuff hanging off of it. Hello to anybody who's still here in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. I've now got 2 whole thumbs up. Awesome. Oh, I heard 13 shuffles. Oops. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? There's significance in this deck being chosen as well, because it's about stuff, turmoil that's happening in a whole other realm of magic and cosmology. All right, but then how they have so much in common with our own, right? And it makes sense because it's created through the human minds, right? So we project our stuff onto these made up beings and stuff. But it's just really interesting. They're going through a time of rebellion, of revolution, of secessions, and also of prophecy being fulfilled and ancient beings being reawakened because of the spirit of the age, because of what's going down and stuff. So it's like ancient forces that were not to be messed with, getting messed with, okay, through the hubris and the bullshittery, basically, that's happening in Nern, in the Imperial Empire with and the Altmer stuff. This is all Elder Scrolls lore. I know I'm shuffling a little bit more now. I'm going to do one more. Okay, I'm going to do two more, actually. 1 and 2. Celtic Cross. Ooh, girl. Okay, Temperance in reverse. So, okay, having difficulty in the balancing and the transmutation. Okay, maybe feeling some stagnation energy. Also, is what I'm getting. Not learning, because Temperance is connected to Sagittarius, which is like the higher learning. Jupiter energy, traveling, not getting anywhere, maybe. Okay, so I think we're feeling stuck. We've been feeling kind of stuck in this process. Here's the 8 of Cups, 8 of Voice in this card. In this deck, this is the water element, is the voice coming from our emotions, right, from our intuition. Okay, 8 of Cups is usually about withdrawing, breaking away. It's usually a gate card. So we're moving from one situation to another situation that's more fulfilling, is more in alignment with where we're at spiritually, okay, and in our awareness. So that's the current energy right now that you're in, okay? Okay, 4 of lockpicks upright. So this is the earth element in this deck. Lockpicks help you to open up chests and attain loot, which can be coin, it can be weapons, things that you can use, ingredients, quest items, apparel, like gear and stuff. So things that you can use. All right. The 4 energy is about order, dominion. In the Thoth deck, this card is about dominion. In the Rider-Waite, it's about self-control, which also Temperance can be about too, so it's reversed. But it can also be about being closed off, okay? Or stingy sometimes. Okay, but we're in a state of reservation, conservation, okay? And that's our challenging energy, okay? Our challenge is having to be in that energy or working with that energy. Okay, here's the subconscious influence, the subconscious herself, the moon. All right, so our subconscious influences are the moon card. Things that are hidden, okay? And I have a feeling that there's going to be more exposure and illumination and understanding, more clarity as we approach the full moon, okay? 43, okay. 7 of Arms, recent past. So we had this card, this is the air element in this deck, Arms. We had the 7 of Swords as our what's being shown to us card in our reading the other day. I think just yesterday, on Friday. So now it's in our past, the 7 of Swords. We've seen whatever that meant. It was coming up for us, okay? It's in our recent past. A lot of times it can be a deception, or it means that we are in a time of strategizing and having to think more creatively, more out of the box, okay? But it's also like we need to be a little bit wary of people and their intentions and stuff like that, okay? Ooh, another reversal for our hopes and goals. I call it the aspirational position, okay? The Hangman reversed. So I think this is, again, so this kind of is confirming my reading of Temperance card as kind of like a stagnation energy, maybe. The Hangman can be related to stagnancy and delays. And when he's reversed, it means that we're coming out of that period and stuff. So coming down from the position of the hangman, kind of want to get out of the tension, you know, um, um, with that higher awareness and stuff, or maybe not wanting to see and not wanting to know all the things that we know and stuff. But that's impossible. You can't unknow the things that you know. Um, you know, you can detach. So maybe that's kind of what it's representing too. We'll see what's going on here. Near future, okay, having more options. Here's the 7 of voice. Okay, but more options, well, that can be like very positive influence. We have to be wary of the options that we take, okay? So using your discernment to make wise choices, okay? You want to choose the ace or the 2 of cups and not the 5 of cups, okay? So in the traditional depictions of 7 of cups, you've got some of those cups that are full of treasures, some of them that are full of poisons and dangerous things, okay? Um, but so it's like on this journey, we're not going to be exposed to anything that's going to do us in completely, but what kind of ride are we going to have and stuff, that's what we got to decide. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, here's your energy. Ace of lockpicks reversed. Not making any moves, feeling empty, without, in lack, okay? Not making moves towards the new beginnings, not taking the opportunities, or feeling closed off from the opportunities. That's that 4 of Pentacles energy, I think. Alrighty. Da-da-da-da. Here's the external energies that are coming in. Page of Swords reversed. So no communication. You're not feeling connected. You're feeling isolated. Maybe there's people that are, if that's a kind of a reversal can sometimes be like a negative aspect. So Page of Swords in the negative sense is like, I heard foul-mouthed, somebody foul-mouthed, wrong ideas, misleading. Here's your advice. You got to work on your self-worth. Okay? You got to work on your self-confidence. You got to work on your self-perception. 9 of Pentacles. Okay? 9 of lockpicks. It also is about that's mainly what it's about. It's like your self-worth, okay? Connecting to your higher self as well to help bring you to the right frequency, to calibrate your frequency in the earth plane better. And then the outcome being the King of Swords reversed. I'm going to get clarifiers on that because I don't like reversal cards on the outcome, okay? I'm going to shuffle 6 times and get cards on the King of Arms reversed. Why King of Swords reversed for the outcome? King of Swords reversed is kind of like he's kind of verbally abusive or standoffish and like withholds his energy as a way to punish people. He's making really harsh judgments and is overly critical. Okay, so if that's what's going to come in as an outcome, I don't see that as being super positive, and I want to get a clear message on that. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Maybe it's about freeing ourselves from a certain mindset and stuff, because King of Swords upright or reversed can be somebody that's got a very stubborn idea of things, okay, and a fixed way of seeing things and stuff. So if it comes reversed, then that could mean a change of perspective. And Queen of Swords here, Queen of Arms, okay, upright, I think is a balanced, clear view of a situation, of the reality of things. Okay, Knight of Arms, Knight of Swords reversed. not moving forward towards something, or else taking our time. Five of Pentacles, getting through the difficulty. Okay, this is a difficult time. All right, it is a difficult time. We're getting through it. And the Hierophant reversed, not conforming. Okay, I think that's kind of what it's saying, is that we are not to be, we're not going to be in the place that we thought we were going to be. We're not going to be in the mindset that we thought we were supposed to. So I think that's kind of what that's saying, is confirming. Ten of Swords, we're getting through pain. Four of Spells, Four of Wands, we're moving to a place of stability. The Lovers reversed, I think some choices we're not going to be able to undo, but we are being spared from, like, some karma related to those choices, okay? And the King of Voice, King of Cups, emotional stability. Let me see, King of Swords reversed in here. We have all of the court cards come first, I think. The king has grown harsh and malicious. He will start endless disputes with all who dare oppose him and will drag you into conflict as well. So yeah, even being in a higher frequency energy, a more self-assured, confident energy, it's going to bring out people's demons, okay? It shows you what you don't want to be around, okay? Who already was not on your side, okay? Because they were only pretending to be on your side while you were useful to them. And that was only while you were at a lower energy, and being less confident in yourself, okay? So, yeah, we don't need them. Upright, the Queen of Arms is a keen and intelligent woman who knows when to be kind and when to be firm, all right? She will give you strength in times of distress. You will have the strength to get through it, okay? Guiding you through crushing losses and bitter sorrows. You will have the strength to get through it, to get through it all. Okay, let's see I want to see the Knight of Arms reversed also. And the Page of Arms, since we got that one too. So the Page has turned out to be cunning and frivolous and is possibly faking his goodwill toward you. See what I was just saying? People that are being fake are going to be exposed. Be prepared for his betrayal and the conflict that ensues because of it. Yep. And the Reverse Knight has grown domineering, lording himself over those he deems weaker. He is quick to instigate conflict and will try to taunt you into meaningless fights. Don't let him. Do not let him. Okay, so yeah, you're raising your frequency. People don't like it. You're speaking your truth. You're expressing yourself. People don't fucking like it because they cannot be who they are. Okay? Five of lockpicks. Watch out for the loss of material comforts. Okay, be prepared. That's why this is a challenge right here. You gotta save. You gotta do what you can to save up. Okay? To protect your material and spiritual assets, okay, your attainment, because there is hardship coming. Because you're raising your frequency, it's exposing all the shitty little demons around you, okay? They're going to turn on you. All the people that were playing nice in your face are going to turn around and show their real deal stuff, okay? Okay, watch out for the loss of material comforts, perhaps through unemployment or unexpected debts. Keep an eye out for conflict within your guild. Trouble may be brewing, okay? All right. So that's a warning, okay? The Borg is mad that you will not assimilate, and the Hierophant reversed is basically the same thing too. That's not non-tradition, that's non-conformity. All right, sometimes that's us not being in our wisdom, but what I'm seeing is that people are upset that you are bucking their way of doing things. Okay, they want you to be a worker bee for them. They don't want you to be in your own power. They don't want to recognize you as a high frequency boss mode activated bitch, in your own right. Okay, so let us, before we go, take a deep breath. Breathe it out. Empty out that solar plexus. Okay? And, you know, practice your self-confidence. Positive self-talk only. All right? Pos- Positivity, not denial, not glossing things over, but believing in yourself. Okay? Being determined. Stay determined, okay? You're going to piss people off by being in your power. Comes with the territory, okay? So be gentle with yourself, all right? And do your best to send compassion to yourself and others all around, okay? But you don't have to tolerate anything. You know, you just have to get through the time as clean as possible, energetically, karmically, okay? And that is still a tall order, but you're going to be able to do it because you have what it takes, okay? Goodbye. Have a good day. Mwah.